And we're back live with Hair Wings. We're passing the show, doing the best we can with what we have to get from dawn to dusk. And it's a little after dawn. You can see the sun coming up, reflected off the buildings. It's behind these block. Yeah, looks like we'll probably get the green to go across. Yeah, Connecticut Avenue. So road slightly less traveled. And be walking down the daily provisions to get my egg and cheese sandwich and some sort of coffee drink. Not sure exactly what I'm going to have, but time will tell. The passing show's purpose is just to grab a little bit of primary documentation, essentially for historians of the future. One never knows. Getting a look at the different vehicles people are using to get from dawn to dusk. I want everyone to remember that every cent we spend is a vote for the kind of world we are co-creating. I'm supporting daily provisions because they treat me well. And taking a little revenue away from Emissary Pergolino, which I was using for my office hours earlier on. And I've documented all of this through Substack, which I find to be a lovely medium for amplifying signals through the noise. The user base is smaller than a lot of the other platforms out there, but I think it's rich in terms of its functionality. Has some things that could lead, are not as, how should I say, as rich as others. I find a sound recording at a concert situation, for instance, is not quite as sharp as one might like. I was sharing that a little bit with Jessie Paris Smith yesterday, who was recording her mother's show. Patti Smith was doing a 50th anniversary of Horses show at Russell's, I think the second night there. And the sound was just really rough. So I mentioned it, and then she turned it off. I was kind of sorry for that. I said, it really isn't your fault. It's Substack. And she said, oh, no, Substack told me there was ways of doing that. I would be back. And I never saw her come back. So anyway, I don't know. She seemed to be appreciative of the feedback, but I felt a little bad. I didn't have to say that, and it could have gone on. I think we were just happy to see the angle, the perspective that Patty's daughter had on her at the moment. And I'm really fascinated by the things that they write, that they put out there. In fact, if there's one particular inspiration for the passing show, it's the way Patty goes live with her paid subscribers and checks in with us. Just raw, unfiltered, no real script. Quite often a little rambly. But, that's where the real stuff happens, is in the ramble. In the ramble. I'm flashing back to seeing the lovely movie with Kevin Kline playing Cole Porter, and a great set of musicians doing renditions of Cole Porter numbers. Here's Luna Yoga studio there. I have a free 2 weeks at the Method Room that I have not used, that I bought back in June with the idea of getting myself in shape, and may yet do it. Need to do something for exercise and fixing some of my physical problems, which are minor, but they could become chronic and shadow me through the rest of my life. I had a bad fall 5 years ago in June 20th, to be precise, landing on my hand and spearing it through a little flower box's decorative ironwork, and that left a V-shaped scar on my hand here. Let's see that. It went right through. I pulled it straight up and off of this little iron bar, which was the right thing to do, I think, get it off of there. If I could just stayed there, I would have been in sad shape, waiting for the ambulance to come, bleeding quite prolifically, a lot. It was nice of a passerby to come by, rip up a couple of socks, and make a tourniquet. I didn't really need it. As it turned out, I had missed everything important. The doctors told me what a lucky guy I was. I said, that's a weird kind of luck. And I find the humor in any situation. I think that's why I dubbed my Substack both philosophy and humor, though it may be hard to find the humor. A lot of people find me to be humorous in certain ways. I remember I was dating this young lady from Sardinia, and she said I was preposterous. But that was part of the attraction. I don't know. Preposterous or not. Okay, I'm on 20th Street. I was thinking I was going to be walking down 19th, and then I forgot where I was. Here I am. Left foot in front of right foot. Beautiful yellow lab. We've got it clear, even though I don't have the hand. Wilson. There it is. Little box. Roses. Side of nail salon. Parking. And just a lot of traffic flying by. I don't see any jets going up out of National. Maybe they're landing planes instead in this direction. I don't know. It's a much cooler morning, but it is mid-October. Cool weather moving in. And onward. It is a Friday, and it is the 17th of October. I have a fair number of things scheduled for today. We'll see how they turn out. And back and forth, looking for the next thing. See if this 1605. They're not advertising at all. There's a studio up above called Switch and Board. I guess they don't have to advertise. They must have enough business. I didn't know. Not knowing it's a good space to be in. Yes, I just know how things seem to me. I could be wrong. Let's take a look at daily provisions, see what I'm going to get. So it's pretty quiet so far. Not much of a line. Ending here.